today I'm fixing to make a ground beef casserole, and I thought I'd bring y'all along and let y'all see this idea on how to use up a pack of ground beef. Right now, with the prices as high as the groceries are and everything's crazy, when you go to the grocery store now and you spend $200 just to go in there and get 3 or 4 bags, ground beef is one of the choices a lot of families are probably having to buy, and trying to figure out what to do with that ground beef to make it go as far as you can. So come on and let's get started on making this ground beef casserole. I'm going to turn y'all around here now and show you the ingredients that I'm going to use, but you can always adjust it to what you have in your pantry or what you have in your refrigerator to use at that time. So you can use up what you have and not have to go spend a lot of money. Just use your ingredients you have and doctor up this 1 pound of ground beef. But I'm going to show you this way of how I'm doing it, and then you can always use what you have and go from there. Okay, to start with, we have our ground beef, and I actually have 2 packs laid out. These are low in fat. They don't have a lot of fat in them, so you won't even have to drain the grease if you get that kind. Some of your ground beef, you might have to drain the grease off if you get the 80-20. This right here is just some cheese that I need to use up, so I'm going to use those 2 kinds up. I've got cheddar cheese. I even have some white cheese sauce that I might use. I've got a half of a small purple onion. I have some of Travis's dried bell peppers, red and green, soaking in water so I can use those. I have about a tablespoon of minced garlic. I've got a little green onions left from where we cooked the other day. I'm going to add some chili powder, and I might even add some jalapeno peppers and the Worcestershire sauce. Some onion powder, some garlic powder, and red pepper flakes. Add a little salt, a little black pepper, 1/4 of a cup of our ketchup. This is the kind we use. We're going to start by getting the ground beef browned up, and once I get it browned up, I'll bring you back. Now that I have my ground beef browned, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. And I'm going to save a little bit of these for the top, but I'm going to put a few in the mix. I'm going to add my peppers that I've got hydrating back, and I'm just going to go ahead and even add that little bit of water in there with it because that'll give it flavor. I'm going to add my minced garlic. And you can add as much garlic as you like. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of chili powder. About 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and about a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder. That's a little bit harder to mix, to get out of there, to shake it out. Salt. Black pepper to taste, ever how you like it. And Travis likes a lot of black pepper. And we are going to measure our Worcestershire sauce, or ever how y'all say it. Everybody says that different. A tablespoon. 1/4 of a cup, 1/4 cup of our ketchup. And now we're going to give that a mix. And just let all those onions start cooking now. The meat's almost done, so we'll let that cook a little bit longer and get all our vegetables starting to cook down. Cut the heat back up a little bit. Starting to smell good. Okay, now I've got my onions halfway cooked. I'm gonna go ahead now and add my white cheese, and this is the kind of cheese we're using, like a nacho white cheese. And I'm probably adding a good cup of that. We're just going to mix that in well. Let that start simmering down. And for our crust, instead of corn chips, we're going to use pork rinds for ours because we're doing low carb. So now we're going to start putting our casserole together. Spray your casserole dish lightly, just with a little cooking spray. And now we have to crush up our pork rinds. And now we're going to take our pork rinds in a Ziploc bag or whatever you want to do them. You can do them in a blender, but this is just as fast and easy. And I'm going to break them up. We're going to start by putting our crust on the bottom with the pork rinds. Not a real thick one, just a thin crust. Now I'm going to start adding some of my meat mixture over to this side in my casserole dish. About half of it. And then we're going to start putting us a layer of cheese. And then just another layer of pork rinds. Spread them out. And now we're going to add the rest of our meat mixture. And I'm just going to put every bit of the juice and everything in there with it. What little bit of juice that's down in there. And spread that out. This is just an easy way when you get home, if you're trying to use up ground beef, because ground beef is it's a lot cheaper than steak. And if you want ground beef, this is a cheaper way to do it. And then we're going to go ahead and use the rest of this mozzarella up. A little bit more of the cheddar cheese. Use whatever kind of cheese as you got. And a few more of the little peppers. That'll just give it some flavor. And then we're going to top it with a few more green onions. Put it in the oven now on 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes just to get all your cheeses melted and all of it combined good. Now I'm going to add another small layer of cheese, but I wanted that to get a little bit brown because it gives that cheddar cheese a real good flavor. Now I'm going to take my sliced cheese and tear it into little pieces and just lay it over the top. And now we're going to put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes. That's what it looks like. We just got it out of the oven. And now I put a new layer of the cheese on it, and it's not, I don't want to get it too brown because I got the other cheese up underneath it a little toasty. And that'll give it a good flavor. So now we're going to leave it like this, and we're going to plate us up a plate in just a little bit when it cools off. But this is a good recipe when you're wanting to use ground beef and you just don't know what to cook with it. It's easy. It don't cost a lot. You mostly have all these ingredients already in your pantry. So this is something fast and simple to make. Now that it's cooled a little bit, we're going to plate us up some. Okay, y'all. I hope y'all give this ground beef casserole recipe a try. And if you do and you like it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe if you hadn't already. And also, always remember, food and family. A family that eats together stays together. Until next time, thanks for watching.